Welcome, everybody, to the QuickBooks Lab podcast, powered by the QuickBooks Chap and part of the Ask the Accountant Network, a podcast network for accountants and bookkeepers, supported by our amazing Patreon community. Speaking of which, we start each and every show with a shout out to our coolest of cool listeners, who are Paul Whitehouse, Kirsty St. John, Mahul, and Peter Richardson. If you'd like to join as a cool listener and be part of that fantastic coveted list, then get yourself over to the Patreon page, where you can find links below for bonus content and other extra bits that get involved, including probably one of the most important aspects of being a cool listener, which is the ability to decide what scores we give our new top trumps. So we're debating at the moment what to give Phil Hobden. Any preferences, you guys? Is there anything you would say needs to be up or down on?
I think he's got the banter
high.
What's the category?
Anything low?
I'm staying reserved until I know what the categories are.
I mean, I've put technology low for him, and I think he'll accept that. I think he'll accept it. This podcast is all about the world of QuickBooks Online. I'm your host, Aaron Patrick, aka the QuickBooks Chap. And as always, I'm not alone. Join me as an expert panel. Let's meet the legends on today's episode. Amy, you weren't here last week, so you're going to go first. Amy, who are you? Why are you here?
Hello, everyone. I'm Amy Hancock of Hancock and Hastings, based in Dunstable, Bedfordshire. I'm an accountant and an auditor.
How was the audit conference you went to that you were really excited for?
I was really excited for it, and then there were tube strikes, so I didn't end up going because the thought of being stuck underground is not, and it was quite warm last week as well. So yeah, I did miss out.
Underground? I don't think they were letting you go underground.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was Elizabeth line, so it was open. But everyone was going to get on. I just couldn't. So I am available for any future audit events, should there be any that I'm allowed to go to.
You were genuinely really excited for it as well. That's why I was surprised. Yeah. But hey, you made the right choice. I went
to make my own party for one.
Yeah, it was absolute carnage without the tubes, as you can imagine. Simon, who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Simon Woodhams. I am the software advisory manager at Moore Kingston Smith, and I've not been going to audit events
yet.
Yes, no, I don't intend to go to any either. No, that's
What if I do an event? I'll make it fun.
Would you? How would you make an audit event fun?
I don't know if this is a separate podcast, how to make audit fun.
Yes. What an idea. Aaron, Ask the Accountant Network. Can I
have my idea profit now. Thank you.
You wait. I'll get more ratings. With my audit podcast, I'll have you know. Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
I don't know. The MTD Watch series has been a banger. You got that. That's your status too, and you're involved in that as well. So you know. Clearly,
it's me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The audience want more. They want an audit.
The audience want more. That's it. We've got an absolute cracker of a session lined up for you. Before we dive in, let's see how this all works. We're live and uncensored, recording the session at whatever time we feel like it feels like. Wednesday at 4:30 today. Better than last week. Hey Simon, it was just you and me, and I was in a garden somewhere, and you were
in a garden with the world's most, I don't know how to describe the camera that had it's sort of like been possessed.
Life of its own. And it wasn't even last week, it was last month. What's happening to you, Aaron?
Oh yeah. I always get when we do monthly ones, I always get them confused. But yes, we're at that time. And if you're catching this later, you're missing out on the real-time interactions with people like Kirsty St. John saying, hello, everybody, with a sunglasses emoji.
Sunshades.
Loving that. And Kirsty says, count the drinks. That's how you make an audit session fun.
She knows me too well.
Yeah. You have to have controls in place to make sure everyone's at the right level of alcohol.
Measures.
Yeah. That's how you make.
Yeah, I've got one of those, those spoons, measuring spoons.
Or as Simon would say, you'd get you'd do it colour by numbers or make it more complicated, the numbers maybe. You know what I mean? There was one where your sound was quiet versus whoever else.
Oh, that was the MTD one. I think it was the last MTD one.
But my sound was quiet. This one.
Yeah, when you was on the sofa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to figure that out. I mean, it's supposed to be
clearly they're there for me.
Well, exactly. I mean, this is supposed to be a whole dedicated podcast room, so you'd have thought of at least get the tech right here, right? At least. We're available on all your favorite podcast platforms. New episodes go live first Wednesday of every month, so be sure to subscribe whenever you get your podcast for a monthly dose of QuickBooks know-how. And of course, a bit of banter too. Notes to self: don't drink Coca-Cola just before a podcast. Yes, there is a professional bit of advice for anyone wanting to join in the podcasting game. Right then, everyone, we have got some updates to talk about. And let's go with a wholesome story to begin with. Amy, your client.
My client?
World renowned now.
Oh, sorry. We only just spoke about
so
this.
Excited about it beforehand and now I've forgotten.
I was. So for a
Talk us
couple
through
of
it. What was the process like? Were you involved in any? Were you there?
Yes.
Or anything like that?
Yes. So a couple of years ago, I can't remember who my QuickBooks account manager was. Yeah. I think it was Hoban back then. Bless, love Hoban. He contacted me and said, do you have any interesting clients? We want to do some advertising campaigns with them. And I have a client called Usk Clothing who does retro ski wear. And we're talking 80s print, full length, amazing stuff. And I got them in contact back then and they started the conversations and it went quiet. And then I started talking to them again, a QuickBooks PR team. Have you got anyone? Yes, I've got someone. Start up again. Anyway, so I think it was maybe last summer.
Okay. The
conversation started again. And they were filming. They've done some filming. And it was released 2 weeks ago. And I need to share it in the show notes or somewhere. It's really funny, QuickBooks advertisement. And obviously there's two videos. One, which is a quick advert. And the director, Nick, is on skis with his retro ski wear, and they've done some amazing things. And then a longer video about how actually QuickBooks has helped them, because I think I've put them on QuickBooks since inception.
Yeah.
I think it's 2018. So might have even been older than that. So I was really pleased to see it. And actually, Kirsty did message and say, I think it was Kirsty messaged about my client. Someone messaged me and said, they're on Facebook. So I will share it. And yeah, it's just amazing. I wasn't filmed. I didn't go.
No.
I mean, you see enough.
Were you there when they were filming or anything, or?
I knew when they were filming.
Did you go down though? Did you see any of it?
No. I didn't go. They did some filming, all like the stuff. What's it called? Green screen stuff was done in London, and then they went up to a warehouse up north with my client. But yeah, I knew it was going on, and I'd seen everything before it had come out, and I was really excited. And then, yeah, I just saw it. So it's really cool. I highly recommend accountants and bookkeepers out there. If you've got any quirky clients, QuickBooks are always asking to work with them for advertising, PR campaigns. So speak to your QuickBooks account manager. And yeah, it took a couple of years to get there, but we're there.
Nice.
So that's really exciting.
I wonder if it was the same filming that I did then with my client, where that was green screen. And the whole premise of this one was that we first fixed a Formula One car in green screen.
Yeah.
Then we went to a football match in green screen. Then we were on a film production in green screen. I wonder if it was the same, because they must do it in blocks, right? That's the most efficient way of doing it. And that was last summer. So I wonder.
I mean, it's not like come out on the QuickBooks like social media channels. I've not seen it
this
there.
one didn't either. It was
No,
like,
it was YouTube and adverts.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll share it all. So
Nice. Oh, good. That's
good news.
feel good story, isn't it? That's what we like to hear. Speaking of feel good, we got a nice little update to QuickBooks themselves. One that actually caught us by surprise, isn't it? Which is nice to have. And when was the last time we had a software update that we had no idea was coming?
Yeah,
that was good to see.
That's good.
And B, I actually think it's got quite a good use case towards it. So in front of me is QuickBooks. I know this is, excuse me, this is really, really, really small, but I'm on a multiple computer setup at the moment. And I'm
never drinking Coke ever again after this podcast.
I know. This is awful.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
If you mention enough, might get a sponsorship.
Yeah. I shouldn't even be drinking it as well. You can tell I've had a bad day because I'm on the hard.
Is it full fat Coke or diet?
Of course, it's full fat. I wouldn't drink anything.
Or
else.
zero.
And in glass.
Oh, he's gone all out.
A glass bottle as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aaron's doing well for himself.
Or I'm at the last, my last of my tavern. Is that or hard alcohol? I've got to drive home later, so probably best not on the hard alcohol. But this update is all to do with our chart of accounts. If I head over to our chart of account area, you'll notice that we have the same chart of accounts we've had for a long time. But now, when you go into edit an account or create a new account, whichever way around you want to do it, you now have the option to lock the account just here. Now, locking the account basically means that from a client's perspective, they don't even know it's there. So it completely disappears out of their drop down things and they can't actually post to it and everything else. So this can be really useful for, say that you've got a parent account and you want to bring in some sub accounts that underneath it. You could hide the parent account at the top and then be able to bring it in there. So we actually have, if I jump into my example file, in our firm, we actually have some really key accounts that we have on every single client that we have. And the benefit of that means that then we have a consistency, right? So for example, our director's loan account is going to be there and items like that. So I jump into my chart accounts here, you'll see that we've got things like director's loan accounts and intercompany accounts and all sorts of key accounts, we call them. But what we say to our clients is you call it whatever you want to call it. You call your accounts whatever. You name your chart accounts whatever they want to be called. Make sure you know what they mean and you understand them, then we're happy, right? But then we can just make them the sub account and what they need to be, right? And it means that we can then keep on top of it. I've got this really clever part of the working papers where it sees these accounts and automatically puts them in and says if you should analyze them further, stuff like that, and all that sort of stuff that goes with it. So now what I can do is I can lock that D1 director's loan account, the parent account, so the client can never post to it and they'll just continue posting to their sub accounts and moving on from there. Some things I found that's really, really useful as well. You can lock bank accounts to stop them from posting to bank accounts. We've all had it, right, where the default's their bank account and every time they create a new expense, they don't change it and they post it to the wrong bank account. You can lock bank accounts, but the nice thing is if they go to the transactions area and they try and post to there, they can still interact with it on the transactions page. So they can add their bank link, bank feed, everything else like that, or move that through and off to the races they go. Simon, you were saying you can batch do them as well, can't you?
Yeah, you should be able to. You can click all of them and then batch apps and that's it. Lock them down.
Your accounts there. Yeah.
And you can then lock those pesky QBO default accounts you can't delete as well.
Yes.
That's let's be honest, that's the biggest use case of this lock account. I can't delete them, I can lock them.
Yeah. I love that idea. I haven't checked in permissions or anything. I suppose I should have done that beforehand, but I assume there are permissions that let you unlock them and don't unlock them. So as accountants and bookkeepers, we just get full permissions on everything, right? So we can just go in there and off the races. I wonder from a client's point of view, if they can unlock it or not unlock it, that's something maybe to consider or to look at a little bit more. Hashtag order Amy, this must be shouting like sweet miracles to you, right? What's your opinion on it?
I am still in my, as a business owner that's still in my infancy, I'm taking on a lot of clients that have come from other accountants.
Yeah.
And when I look at the chart of accounts, wow, insane. I like the idea of locking them. I like Simon's idea, just getting uncategorized income and uncategorized expense.
And just locking them
Just
away.
lock. Don't use them. Don't use them. It's too easy for clients to do that. But it will just make it a bit cleaner and easier, because if they can't use them, their trial balance is going to be smaller. It's going to make my life easier, right? Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were going to say I've got that wrong. Then just
no.
Yeah, I'm just finding a lot of clients that I'm taking on lately have just got ridiculous numbers of chart of accounts.
Yeah.
And they won't let me get rid of them. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. It will make it easier.
Yeah, a little visual representation that the account is locked. I know, again, it's small, but hopefully you can see that one there.
Yeah.
Can I zoom in on this? Can't zoom in. So that's quite nice, right, to have that little visual representation.
Yeah.
Like I already said, though, but just to clarify, if I went to the transaction, so Revolut's locked. But if I went to the bank transactions area, I can still interact with Revolut as and when I need to and post things, no problem to here. So I can post that one there and it'll just go through. It'll post, everything's happy and everything's good. So to do it from there. But then if you went into a transaction that was posted to that, for example, so let's go and try and edit this one here. When I go in and try and edit this one, the transaction is as normal. But from a Revolut account, you'll notice that it's locked. So I can't post to that, but I can post from the banking screen, which is cool. If I was to go back to Tide, for example, I'm now not able to go back to Revolut. So that's just one quirk just to keep an eye on, that you might have to like leave without saving sort of thing to be able to put it back into there. But yeah, it's a nice update. Yeah. Go for it, Simon.
Standard all access and company admin is the answer to your
Oh, right. They're the only two that have it. Nice.
Yeah. And the new in-house accountant rule.
They have it as well.
They have it as well. But like accounts receivable managers and all those sort of ones don't have it.
That's really encouraging, isn't it? That from day one of release, they've thought about the user access to this new feature.
Yep.
That is really, really encouraging to see, because the danger was they were just going to add this new user access and then like add new features that just supersede it, right? But that's good to see. Right. Yeah. So we could lock it down on behalf of the client. They're not going to have, for some of their users, they're not going to have access to change it, right?
But what you've got to be aware of is that you could lock it in here, but then if you're using something like Apron or Dext or something else, they're not locked in there. So you can still select them in your third-party app.
Yeah, which is a good thing, right? Because that means that, say you got an eBay Connect or an Amazon Connect or whatever, or an EPOS solution, you could lock it so that no one plays around with that inside QuickBooks, but that solution can still post as many transactions it needs.
I mean, one of the things we do when we got Dex is take out all the accounts they should be posting to anyway. Because you shouldn't be posting to accruals from Dex and things like that. So it's a good maintenance thing anyway, right? But yeah, it would be good if you could then say, oh, if it's locked in here, it needs there. That's probably a different API thing they need to build anyway. So
yeah, I see what you're saying. You could circumvent it by using a third party, but yeah, there's that side of it as well, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Interesting though. Interesting little update. And again, nice to see an update that I had no idea it was coming.
It was discovered by.
It was there.
I can't remember what I was doing when I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's new. But it was a nice new.
It prompts you as well, if you make a sub account, it prompts you, do you want to lock any? And actually, I maybe it was there forever, but I feel like this is either new or not been there for a long time. But you can now, from here, create a sub account directly from the drop-down box. So if you ever did want to make a sub account now, you now have the option to do it via the action bar on chart of accounts. So chart of accounts had a nice little
that's new as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was new.
Yeah, it was one of those I didn't know if I was going mad or not, but yeah.
Probably came with this new lock button.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? That they bring it in at the same time. So nice.
But there's something else that we haven't found yet.
Well, one thing I'm confused about, aren't we supposed to have quarterly updates now?
That's what
I'm not complaining about this update, but wasn't the whole point now we get quarterly updates to try and keep us on track and everything else? The one downside about this is that if anyone's using the import tool for chart of accounts, which is how we get all of those key accounts that I was talking about in our in what you call it. Every client we go to, we import the chart of accounts so that we got those key ones there. You can't lock them down at that import stage, which I think would be quite nice if we can get that in. Because I think if we can lock them in there, or if we use the import tool, I don't feel like if I was to import using the import tool, I don't feel like I've got headings yet to be able to say if they're locked or not or anything like that. So yeah, it'd be nice if we could have those bits there. But hey, I'm happy with what we got. Oh, I just noticed I was showing you stuff on the screen, but you couldn't see it on the screen.
We know what you meant.
Yeah.
No one else knows, but we knew what you meant.
There we are. There was the add create a sub account just there.
Yeah.
In the actions.
Yeah, it's not in the import files either.
No. Which would be useful, right? Because then you can set your master chart of accounts, bring them in, and all those locked items are done. Kirsty says, yes, not just client. QuickBooks does like to put an expense against a wrong account when they're clearing. You'll wonder where it went. Yeah, exactly. So if you lock it, well, that'll be a good. Yeah, because then if you lock it, then you can't put the suggested in. So you're probably right there, Kirsty. It will stop them putting everything to the wrong account there as well. So that's good to see. Awesome. Anything more on that one, people?
No, I just
Nice.
just on the update thing, I don't like it when my client comes to me and says, "Oh, I've got this." And I'm like, "What?" I would like some kind of release, whether it's like the pop-up at the top right of the screen that says, "We've now added this." Like it doesn't take.
The only pop-ups we seem to get are for the working capital or the add sum.
Yeah.
Just a little, we've now added a lock button here, because it is a little bit embarrassing when the client finds something out before you.
Yeah.
So it would be nice if we had a little update kind of tool.
Yeah, and I'm speaking from someone who used to go QuickBooks training, official QuickBooks training, stand in front of the class and turn around, look at my QuickBooks and go, well, that's new. So yeah, it would be really nice. Yeah, really nice to have some sort of updates area, right? So we can prep. Okay. Speaking of new things, the feed has finally, I'll share screen. The feed has finally got up to date with what's happened over America. So in America, their feed section is pretty much what we've got here. They have loads of extra options, all that sort of stuff. But my favorite bit about the feed is it tells you what Intuit Intelligence, what accounting agents or which agents are available based on the client's plan, SKU, setup, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm using this feed area now as a bit of a tell the client that there's some useful information in there and everything else and cool and all that sort of stuff. But I use it to know what AI elements are available to use here, because it's so hard remembering what SKU they're on to what their updates, what that means they've got access to and all that sort of stuff. But the feed kind of gives you a way to go in and see that, and you can see what they've got available there. So yeah, has anyone used the feed at all? It's a hard concept for us, right? Because we're used to not needing a feed. So it's tricky for us, right? But I can see the value for clients, right?
Yeah, I can see the value for them, but I can't see it on my QuickBooks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on my own QuickBooks.
It's just blank, is it?
Now, I haven't got the feed option on my own, my personal one. Hancock
I've got it, but it just says you've reviewed 9 transactions. Well done.
Oh, yeah. No, feed isn't an option on my own personal Hancock and Hastings QuickBooks.
Are you on the new version of QuickBooks?
Yes. It's available for my clients, so that's why I've literally just gone into it. So it's the first time I've actually looked at it, and I've got one of my clients is on advanced. So is this only an advanced at the moment? It's throughout.
Ironically, I'm now in an advanced one. I don't have my new fancy feed. I mean, it's got nice bits here, but it's not telling me what my...
I'm in an advanced one, and I do have that.
So it's one of those things that's been rolled out.
Yeah.
Rolled out.
Yeah, so my advanced as accountant isn't showing it. I have one advanced client, and it is showing it, and it's showing that we have accounting AI, customer AI, finance AI, and project management AI.
Ooh.
I think we talked about
because you're on advanced.
Because they're on advanced. Yeah. But I'm going to search for another one now and see what it says on non-advanced.
Plus? Is it there? But yeah, I first thought it was nice. It looks like it's not rolled out to everyone, but it's on this one. So even on QuickBooks Sole Trader Plus, they get access to the accounting AI. I think my only thing is, the only problem with accounting AI is it's so broad, and it changes depending on which SKU they're on. So depending on what SKU you're on, depends on which version. Nice if it told you what they got access to, because I believe in QuickBooks Sole Trader Plus, it's the suggested bit. I think
it'd be good to have that, wouldn't it? Like, this is the bit of account. I think you go to their pricing plans. I think it tells you.
It does on the pricing plans, but it's just,
but you're not going to keep looking at the pricing plans.
Exactly. And it's difficult to even remember what's there and what's there. So I thought the feed was supposed to be at practice level. At practice level, we are getting a feed. So if I was to jump into the practice level here, you'll see that I do have access to the feed. Oh no. Oh, we'll be getting access to the feed. It's definitely an American product.
Same as me then.
But the reason that we don't really have it now, or that we can't really play around with it now, is because we just don't have that same functionality as the US have. But it is going to be there. It is something that will be there, and we can play around with it going forward. So and the feed, though, just to be fully transparent, the feed is designed to be more on your book section. So it's supposed to be the accounting book section that's going to go through from there. Cool. So that's the business feed. Another new update. In fact, if I show it you on the example file, that'll be the easiest one. We've got a new update to our integration area. Well, it's our app integration area. So under accounting, you get integration transactions. And we've got all of these fancy connectors that we can have: Shopify, PayPal, Squarespace, Etsy, eBay, Amazon, Woo, BigCommerce, and drumroll please, we've got a brand new one, Wix, gets added into that as well. Why use this? What's this benefit of this one? Well, I've spent a lot of time with the eBay, PayPal, and Squarespace one. So if I quickly go back into case study, where's it gone? I'll just go into task advantage, right? When you go into these ones, it's about bringing all that data directly in for you. So it's really nice to have another connector to add to it. If you go to accounting, integration, transaction on this one, you'll see kind of that layout, and it's very similar to your banking layout. You've got all the transactions coming through. You've got what's processing, what's imported, what's excluded. You can see all the different transactions in here, and all the information that's brought through. You can look at your eBay as well and see that if it was connected and everything else. So the idea is that data is coming directly in, and it's treated like a bank transaction, and you've got option of adding things from there. I really like the fact that it's built directly in. We don't have to go to a third party to mess around with it or anything like that. If you've got a client and you've ever had to connect like an eBay, Amazon, or anything like that, this is so much better, because you can just go to the settings area, make any adjustments they may have made when they set it up wrong, and all that sort of stuff. You've got full control over it. It is brilliant, but it's still underbaked, and I think that's where my frustration is. The eBay one, for example, hasn't quite got all of the bells and whistles that its predecessor have. So the predecessor was a solution called OneSAS, That one, it will bring in all the different fees levels. It did postage in. It'll look at ULEND. It'll look at all the different intricacies of it. This one never quite is still not bringing through the exact. So if you're trying to reconcile like payouts, an example, you're not going to be able to do that because it's missing some of the important bits to it. So as happy as I am that Wix is there, I just wish they would have like finished eBay and the others first, then start looking at integrations and bring others in. So yeah. Any of you guys use this one at all? Have you ever played around with it?
With Wix or just with
just this whole integration transaction area?
No, but I will be. I know a client that is using Squarespace, and it was fine, and then it's suddenly gone a little bit haywire. So we haven't looked at it in that area. I was just looking what other options we had. eBay. I was excited about eBay until you said that.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing where they've been under debate. So like we've got a lot of clients using Dex Commerce to have like proper like in-depth, right? If this product you sold, it goes to this code, and you sort of build that coding mapping in the background to capture it straight away. And I'm sure there'd be lots of people using A2X and similar sort of thing to capture exactly that more detailed data.
Yeah. But I suppose the benefit of this is completely free, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you do get lots of settings. Like there is enough to go into here to, oh, okay. He's reconnecting. But if it was working, there is lots of settings and there is lots of options, but nowhere near as much as what OneSAS had. Now, in fairness, and OneSAS is basically A2X and Qubit and all that, right? But QuickBooks acquired them. In fairness, OneSAS did get overly complicated. I think to date is still one of my most popular videos on the channel is how to use OneSAS, right? Because it was so confusing with all the bits and everything else that was there. And when they first announced that OneSAS was basically coming into QuickBooks, I couldn't have been more excited. I can't shout about it because it's fundamentally flawed at this point because the payouts don't match to what's actually happened because it's missing some of the transactions.
And that's the problem. There was always that problem with like when they connected Stripe and you connected the PayPal account to a normal bank account. Then there's always that issue, and that's still there.
Yeah. Well, no, PayPal can come through here now if you wanted to.
PayPal can't have something, but it comes through here now. Yeah.
But you're right. When it was coming through as a bank, major pain, wasn't it? Like, and even here, it's not perfect because you don't get the balance per QuickBooks and balance per PayPal. You know, you're missing those sort of things. So you have to do your traditional reconciliation to try and get your head around it and everything else. And yeah, it's a brilliant idea. And it's a huge like coup compared to your competitors because Xero doesn't do this and Free Agent doesn't do this and, you know, etc. Right. I just wish they would just finish it, like finish what's there, polish it up, get it perfect, then start looking at other integrations going forward.
Yeah.
Well, I clicked on Wix and it said available in US customers only. So that's not quite there either.
No. So we've just been promoting it.
So I've said it comes up as a bar, website by Wix. You click on explore and it says available to US customers only. However, I've typed it in the integrations, Wix connected by QuickBooks, clicked on it and gone, oh, the box has come up, but it says accounting firms can't connect it. Please ask your client to install this app instead.
Yeah. And again, that's how it used to be with the eBay connected by OneSAS.
Yeah. Where was that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if
you could share screens with them and walk them through it, but if anything went wrong, you'd have to go back to sharing screens, right?
That's a shame. I mean, I'm assuming it is there, but they need to sort out that explore thing. It comes up big box available to US customers only.
Yeah. Well, lesson learned for trying to shout about it then.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you say, the concept is great and it's free, and I think it will solve a lot of problems because clients do look to us about all these integrations, and we have to go into the softwares and learn, right, okay, it should be in the settings. Let's have a look and see what it says about QuickBooks. So it's going to save us time trying to work it all out when it works.
When it works. I think that's the thing.
I'm glad Kirsty said this because I didn't know if I should say it or not. I had a OneSAS and it changed to the new one, the one we've just shown you. Then OneSAS helped me put it back to the old one, their suggestion. So I've had that more times than I can count at this point, where they've just said, let's just move you back to the old platform because it worked in the old platform. I didn't want to say that out loud. So thanks, Kirsty, for bringing that to attention. But yeah, it's scary because also surely the old platform only has a X amount of life left in it, right? I know the migration from those platforms isn't seamless. So yeah. Mine, and the other big one is VAT. If you've got VAT registered clients using this, definitely go back to the old OneSAS. It's moving to A2X. Yeah, it does make sense, doesn't it? It does make sense. Hi, can you show us how we can do bank reconciliation and categorization for VAT HMRC? We certainly can. We'll show that at the end and go through from there. Right, next one. Do you want to go through your insights area that you were talking about, that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I can. So I was looking at this earlier. We were going to reports and standard reports as Bar came up and said, I generated a financial summary for March to give you key insights into your finances. Clicked on review and it comes up with everything. There's a lot of information. I was like, whoa, everything come up. Now, I just put it straight into a PDF and then I thought I'll look at it later because I am a traditional accountant and I like to take things out of QuickBooks and then fiddle around with it, even though QuickBooks have told us we can do things in product. Simon kindly told me that we can make the amendments within QuickBooks and take things out and edit as we go. But it's that starting point. It's easy. Click of a button, performance highlights, income and expenses, drills down, gets me my gross profit margins, gets me my expenditure, what's direct comparison this year to last year for the same month. You can switch accounting method. I mean, most of mine are accrual, but it might help for sole traders to switch. Obviously, the report period, you've got everything from last month, last year, financial year, all that kind of stuff. And then I do like the drop down of the KPIs and you can take them out. So it's very much a reporting system like some others that we buy on the market and it's already there. And it's easy to drill into the insights. You've got that little, what we're calling it, the little stars that come up.
Yes, it's sprinkles.
The AI sprinkles.
Are they sprinkles? Is that what they're called?
Yeah. I think that's what we decided to call them last episode.
Oh, I love that. Like fairy dust. So like, for example, total income comes up with a graph throughout the whole year, talks about in comparison to last year, talks about some customers, and then I can drill down into the top 5 accounts, income by month on each of the projects if you've got project management. So a lot of information and it's pulling it together. So it's a good step to us not needing to go outside and get other add-ons to do the reporting to clients. I still would like to be able to put it into Word. Just because that's what I'm used to. I know Simon, I know his face is like, you can do everything there. But I feel I want to edit some of the words. I want to edit a few bits involved.
Wouldn't it be nice if it went straight into the management reports area? Like, because then we have all the tools to edit it and clean it up and move things around and add things. And do you know what I mean? Like, it's sometimes QuickBooks are their own worst enemy at this. They build these amazing features and everything else, but they do it in isolation and they don't look at the rest of the tool set they've already got. You know, client request is a big one at the moment, right? Like the new client request is absolutely brilliant. We love it. Yeah, they stole a little bit from Xero from time to time, but that's only a good thing, right? Like it's feature parity and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But they already have a client request area that they'd forgot that they had, and now now it's like, well, which one are we using? Like, what's going on? And I just, I love that financial insights area, and I think it comes up. Although, just check on yours, Amy. Is it letting you refresh? Because the one I was looking at, it would it would only refresh at a certain time, and it was monthly.
I mean, I have got the refresh button.
Oh, you have got a refresh button, so they've changed that. Okay,
yeah, it says 8 hours. I will press the button and see what happens.
Wow,
Excuse
that's
me,
good then. Because I don't know if you remember, Simon, but back in the first iteration of it, it was there was no refresh button. It said it will refresh. This date will refresh in like 28 days or something.
28 days, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the first iteration of what we saw, and we mentioned quarterly updates when we did the last Vegas watch along thing. This is the first iteration of that, isn't it? That we're seeing.
It has actually come quite quick.
True.
Considering how long we need to wait, usually had to wait for things.
Yeah.
It has come quick.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Aaron?
I'll just keep my mouth shut. I think that's the best thing for me to do. That's come quick, yes.
I mean, quick into like if we're comparing to historical things that we've seen in the US that we're like waiting a couple of years to get. So, you know, it's I mean, it's still refreshing as we've been talking. So I'll let you know when it gets there.
It takes its time. I changed the dates to do a quarter rather than a month, and that took a bit of time.
Okay.
And maybe it's one of those things where you don't mind it taking time at all, but give us an option to automate it in one way or another. Like,
I want to see a version of it with the budgets turned on, because it says it's going to bring in data, because it does say when it's doing the first few points when it's syncing, it says it's going to look at your budgets against your actuals and things like that. So I need to find something with budgets turned on.
It did it.
That would be a dream.
And see what it does.
Last updated a minute ago, so it's done it. There you go. Just took a minute or two.
Nice.
So yeah, that is good. Option to export to PDF or print. It's fine. I'd like to be able to, it starts the title. You might have gone through this, so apologies if you had, but it just starts a financial summary for March 2026. Can we have the option to put the client name at the top, or like some kind of branding? But anyway, it's a good start.
It's a good start. Yeah. I love the idea of it. And it's plus only. No, it's advanced only, isn't it?
Advanced only, yeah.
Advanced, yeah.
So it's,
But it's another thing where if you just were getting a bog standard Fathom report or something, you don't need to have Fathom anymore.
Yeah. 100%.
I was going to say that. Imagine if, there you go, crystal ball, you could then get a few QuickBooks licenses and do the consolidated reports.
Well, that's what you should be able to do in Enterprise.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what I use Fathom for.
But then that's what also was suggested that could happen with Advanced, that you could do intercompany, but that's not really got anywhere.
No.
Okay.
No.
So I think that will be being reserved for Enterprise whenever we see that magically appear.
Yeah.
I do have one cool update from America, though. Calculate Fields is finally here.
Yes.
So we don't know when it's coming into the UK, but the fact that Calculate Fields is here does give us some real hope, right, of that coming through. Because I think this will be the game changer, really, of how we can start digging into reports and everything else that's there. So
that's basically like what you get with Zero reporting.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does it save your calculated field so you can then add it to any report? Or you have to remake it every time?
Oh, that's a good
there you
question.
Go. Put you on the spot.
It looks like you have to do it individually, but then you could save it and custom report it and go from there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's definitely going to be a what's from there. Got some cell settings as well, so you can have dashes instead of blank. Well, that's new. Some grid line changes. My favorite update, though, that's already in the UK that we can have here is when you right click, you can now open a new tab or open a new window.
Thank God.
That's like
it doesn't kick you out of QuickBooks when you're opening a new tab anymore.
No, straight in, you're in, and then you can go back to the old one and back and forth you go.
Wow.
And everyone's happy. So yeah, Even as far as so that you can open the new transaction, new tab as well, and still then go back to it. So must be an auditor's dream, that, right, Amy?
Oh God! if I forget to hold, I've been using control.
Yeah.
Control click, but sometimes that doesn't work.
No, exactly. Now you right click control, right click.
Yeah, love it.
Job done.
I have been using it.
Awesome. I just can't wait for. Apparently, this is coming soon, right? The on the left hand side, we get our autofill functionality, and basically our receipt capture is going to be on steroids. So apparently, this is coming very, very soon to UK. So I would definitely keep an eye out for that. Turning up.
Is that on the sales invoice you were in then?
It's on, yeah. So it's on the sales invoice when you do it through.
That was a question I got asked yesterday. I was like, it's not on sales yet. That answers that question. Yeah,
it's coming for sales, and I've done it. This was 6 months ago, maybe longer. I've done it when I've just scrawled something down in pen.
Yeah,
I remember you did it.
And it brought it in. So,
but yeah, I was yesterday because they create all their sales invoices outside the system. It's like, oh, how much drag and drop them into QuickBooks rather than using something else. And I was like, yeah, and especially making tax digital, right? It's like the right time for it to come, because you're going to have those window cleaners who still have your duplicate books. Taxi drivers.
Yeah, exactly. So be able to just have a quick and easy way to scan that stuff in would be wonderful.
Could you, with that, very quickly, very specific, while I'm here, would it read an Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah. You can bring Excel spreadsheets in now.
I've got again, I'm going into my CIS world, people. Clients do applications, and no matter how many times I request them to then do a sales invoice, instead of just applications for payment, if drop in an Excel spreadsheet to then generate it. Amazing.
Yeah, I've also played around with rental statements as well, and been able to bring them in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
I've just seen the question pop up, Kirsty.
Yeah.
Is there a limit on the number of sales invoices come up? 7,000 a month. I think I should talk to Kirsty and tell her that they shouldn't be on QuickBooks anymore. That's ridiculous.
Wow, 7,000 a month.
Yeah, let's have a conversation, Kirsty.
Yeah,
they need something a bit better than QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was in a group that we're in, and we were thinking they're not massive as far as I can see. They just got loads of small invoices. But yeah,
it would. There's not like hard set transaction limits like some other people, but it will start really slowing down.
Yeah.
Even with QuickBooks, you just won't be able to run reports.
Yeah.
I mean, you believe the hype, then apparently Advance has all the limits taken off, but I don't know. Yeah, I've not seen anything. I've still seen it as slow and as sluggish as any other version of it.
It's on the same platform right now.
Yeah. They said they turned it up, didn't
7,000 there's still quite a lot.
Yeah.
That's bigger than my biggest client on QuickBooks.
Oh, really? Right. Okay. Yeah. I was saying
but
it.
It's not. It's a broadband supply, so the volume. Yeah.
High volume.
How annoying. High
low
volume
transaction. Yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
Right. Next one. Speaking of partnerships, because we just talked about some partnership of Wix, and we got sidelined, but we did talk about the partnership of Wix. We do have a new partnership in the form of Anthropic. Anthropic. Yeah, Claude. Anyway, for anyone doesn't know. So the idea here is Intuit and Claude now have a relationship, partnership, should I say. What it means is in Claude, you now have the ability to add your QuickBooks directly in and start asking questions. So here is, first of all, asking which one matches your business, and so you can get some more analytics in there. I then asked it to bring my QuickBooks profile in. It gives me some fancy little details like this. I then asked it some more detailed questions and everything else going from there. And then I don't think it's going to show me now, but if I press the view details, is it? it should tell me. Yeah, here we go. It recreates like a profit and loss account and everything directly in Claude. I know it's all American at the moment, but yeah, that's what we got to live by. You can even split by month. So you got all this nice little detail here. And then I thought, well, that's really nice, isn't it? And, you know, some good little insights and everything else going there. So I thought, let's start adding transactions to it. And this is where the partnership is very much in its infancy.
Okay.
So I said, please add me £1,000 of sales at today's day. And it went, yes, just to confirm. Do you want me to import a single sales transaction of £1,000 thing? Yes, please. Done. And in fairness, my income went from £2,640 to £3,640. So, ka-ching, we're in there, aren't we? Slight problem. So I go to the client that I was messing around with, which is a case study one. The transaction itself was a deposit, which I also thought was a bit weird. Like, why would you put in as a deposit? I've asked for a sales invoice here. I mean, it's got the right result, right? £1,000 of income's gone in, but it created this deposit for me here. I believe it is. Yeah, it must be that one. It's created a deposit, markup, description, sales. No VAT. VAT was going to be a stretch, right? Because it's very American. So I hard pass on that one. But it put it to markup and put it through here. And I was like, well, that's odd. That doesn't seem right. That seems like a weird way of putting the transaction in. And it goes, I don't have any other way of adding this transaction. So what I was going to do was I created a Excel spreadsheet and I imported it via CSV into QuickBooks. So that's how I put it in. So then when I asked, can you make me an expense? Absolutely not. Well, no, worst of all, it says done. And then I went, well, I can't find it anywhere. And it says, oh no, sorry. Good catch. I tried to do the same method and I didn't know the account name, so it wasn't able to post it. So basically hallucinated on me. Anyway, long story short, I even added a whole bank statement to it using a fake bank account and all this, that, and the other, tried some things. And it's my favorite bit of it. At the end, it says, I'm useful for analysts. Profit and loss reports, period comparison, benchmarking on data that's already correctly posted. But the import tool isn't giving you the categorization control needed for clean books. Given you're a chartered accountant and a QuickBooks trainer, you'll spot dodgy categorization faster than I can flag it anyway. So
sorry,
response basically saying, why are you asking me to do this?
It's basically saying, I'm not taking your job away. It's everyone's been worried about.
I do love the sorry for the runaround.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, it was an interesting play around, interesting, chance to have it. And the video, I recorded the video at the weekend, and it'll be live next Tuesday because I think there was a Approval Max one this weekend. This week.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's an interesting one, right? Like, I get the concept and I get what they're trying to do here, but I'm not quite sure I found the use case of it yet. And I think until it can start adding transactions, which is going to be I imagine, API solution at some point. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm a little bit confused by it though.
Go for it.
Isn't that what Intuit are trying to do themselves? So why? So I don't have a Claude account. I know there's been it's fashion of the month, and everyone should have a Claude account to do everything. So I just haven't got round to that. There's a lot of other fish going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it called Intuit Intelligence now?
Yeah.
It's still called that. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't a dig. I was just genuinely asking.
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to do everything that you've just shown? When it's done. So why do this partnership if you're working on it yourself?
So I think the partnership, it's good at the moment. I have my theory. I've got a thought.
Okay.
Is this a hot they call a hot take these days? Right. No, it's not a hot take. The Claude thing and then the ChatGPT thing and hopefully Gemini and every other one else. Right. What they need to do is they need to have connectors to all of these, because what you want to do is have your QuickBooks data connected, then you want your CRM data connected to it, and then you want your stock system connected to your AI platform of choice.
Okay.
Then you go and it just goes and pulls all your data together to give you one oversight of the whole. That's the end goal, right?
Yeah. Of who?
Of board and all them ones. Yeah.
Okay.
The end goal of the business owner or the accountant.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Is to have your one AI tool. So, like if you're using Copilot or you're using Gemini or whatever, to go, right, I've got my data lake here that's got all my client that say you're an accountant, you've got your data, right? We know all the transactions that here's my quote, or my, here's my pricing that's structured by number of transactions, blah, blah, blah. That's in my data lake. Here's my QBO data lake that's also got their turnover, the transactions they've posted, blah, blah, blah. Here's the client's pipeline. Here's the client's stock. Right. Give me a summary of everything in my one AI tool, and it can find all of those things at once and give you that, like, well, not quite like that, but like that.
Yeah.
That's the end goal of it.
That's the dream.
Not posting transactions.
But don't you think that you want it to, like, okay, not posting income or anything, but imagine you do have your CRM and your marketing tool and your everything else. Wouldn't you love it to be like, right, I've just noticed that my pricing in this could be this, right? Or because they're
that's the thing though. They'll prompt that question to go, we've noticed your pricing is this, but we think if you did, and I've gone to the market and now your 4B2 timber is pricing through. We suggest that you should increase your prices by X, and you say, yeah, cool, and it will then it will go and increase the prices in your CRM or QuickBooks and that sort of thing. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what you wanted to do, isn't it? Like, I agree. Like, my crude example of add £1,000 is a bit pointless, right? But it's just testing the water, see what it can and can't do. I wonder when or if, and back to Amy's point, why would they, if they've got Intuit Intelligence there as well?
Yeah, because the whole point of QuickBooks having practice management, MailChimp, all these agents and stuff is so you stay in their ecosystem. Okay, that you move your practice to their ecosystem, everything.
Yeah.
So to then integrate with something that's outside, that's doing more than what your own product is doing, are they telling us that Intuit Intelligence, they're kind of giving up on it and they're just going to use Claude?
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like what is the purpose? What is their purpose? What is Intuit QuickBooks' purpose of integrating with Claude? Because then you're not staying in their ecosystem, you're going out.
Well, I suppose the partnership for them is that because think about it, Claude, ChatGPT is the new Google, right? People aren't Googling anymore. They're thinking, and if they get to Google, and I think it's more the TurboTax and the Credit Karma, it's those ones that the big play for them, right? Because if they Google, how do I complete my tax return? Here's a really good way of doing it, and blah blah blah, and based on my estimates, it's going to be X, Y, Z, and here's TurboTax. Or I need to borrow X, Y, Z. What's the best way of doing it? Oh, here's a link to this cool solution called Credit Karma. Blah blah blah. That's where I see that coming through as like you position yourself as best in breed, then, aren't you? And pushing that information through from there.
I'd like to see it in use, because the press release talked quite a lot about Enterprise Suite and it being directly into Enterprise Suite. So that's the bit I'm more interested in.
Well, that's what they're bigging it up for, right? It is more for the bigger clients than it is for the smaller ones.
They specifically say mid-market.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah. The whole press release was just talking about that. And it'd be it is interesting because I suppose you can get some nice analysis there, but it's going to be an interesting, because in my world, the only way that would work is if those individual departments can quickly get the data, right? So is that where it's going to find its strength? Is it's not just a report for the holistic, but it's report based on that department maybe, or something like that.
That was the example they gave, wasn't it? I think remember rightly. Find it. Yeah, a restaurant group with 15 locations will be able to prompt individually within Enterprise Suite.
And if you're the one that's working in that one restaurant, you don't really care about the rest, right? Like, yeah.
And you
But
don't
how's mine comparing against it? And it's those sort of details you want, isn't it? Like, why is restaurant X doing better than restaurant Y? You know, why am I falling behind? And yeah, I guess that's where you could get that sort of data come straight to it.
Yeah, that's basically what it's doing. They were building so Enterprise Suite allows them to then build custom agents in Enterprise using Claude.
Get that. I get that.
So that's basically what I was talking about, but it's in product rather than in Claude.
Which, again, if it can't post anything or make any adjustment, I know it could extract really valuable information. But an agent to me should be, again.
But they do talk further down around in the future, they'll be able to connect a spreadsheet to Claude of their transactions, and then it will then create invoices in QuickBooks for that.
Okay, so that's on its way. It's just not there now.
Yeah.
Okay. And we are early days with this, right? I mean, OpenAI, ChatGPT, whatever you want to call them, they announced their partnership months ago now, wasn't it? With pre-Christmas, I want to say. Let's say something like that. OpenAI and ChatGPT. Their partnership was announced way before this one, but there is no connector that connects at the point in time. Like that is it's not live. In fairness to Claude, the partnership was announced, and a few days later it was available to play around with. So.
Yeah, there's no date on the Intuit OpenAI one on the release. There's no date on it.
It just says that they've got into a partnership, haven't they? That's all it says.
Yeah, they're in a partnership. It'll be very similar. Yeah, they're all doing partnerships like that, aren't they?
They are.
I can't keep up. Should I be getting Claude then?
I recommend Claude, especially for playing around with Excel. But then again, you've got Copilot and Excel, and Copilot's brilliant. But I'm using all of them.
It's another subscription cost. I'm not going to, that's another, it is another cost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Business.
Yeah. Okay, I'll wait for the user cases then. I'll wait for YouTube, Aaron.
On how Copilot, as long as you've got the right Copilot. Then...
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's quickly answer Kirsty's question. Question for me: if I have some clients with just name and I want a load of data addresses, will import function work if names match, or will it make new? Don't want to add info. So the only way you can import and add existing is for product and services. So if you import ones out, it will just tell you off and tell you no. Recommendation for this is either use your QuickBooks spreadsheet sync and then just make the amendments in QuickBooks in Excel or Google, push it back. Remember, you get a free version of QuickBooks Sync with your my books, so you can use QuickBooks Sync with a client. You just have to kind of group them and then ungroup them later. So that's a little hack. So you can use QuickBooks Sync on any client that you want. But it's really good for making updates like that and bringing that data in. Or there's one, I think it's called like Data Excel Sync or something like that in the App Store.
Sasan is a good one.
Is it Sasan? Is it? Ones like that, isn't it? They're brilliant. They'll come into Excel for you. You can make all your adjustments in Excel and push them all back up and go through from there. Don't worry about if it's not got advance. Just group it with your my. So if you think about it, you have a my company in QuickBooks. That my company is an advanced file, so that unlocks spreadsheet sync. So as long as you group that with any client you want, then you can basically give them access to advanced while it's been grouped. But yeah, use what Simon says as well, because that it's
really good because it could do. You can import into any QBO field. So they're on the standard import. You can't import. You can import like class or locate. At one point, you can even do that, but you can import absolutely into any field you want.
And from memory, there's like for free, it's like X amount of transactions, and for a small amount,
you can even import and go, oh, I've really messed it up, and let's delete the whole import and start again, and just remove all those transactions for you in one go. And it's really good.
Yeah. Have discovered a new one. Membership number. Give us a clue. Membership number. Are we in a client? Not in a client. I don't think I'm going to any clients on this one. I'm in the American version. I imagine under customers. Can anyone guess where I got my inspiration for the names from?
I can't see them.
No, they're too small, aren't they?
Yeah.
The customer field, and it shows on invoice.
Ah. Our membership organisation. Ooh, that's interesting.
Where am I looking, Kirsty? Where am I looking?
She's it's for a membership organisation, so it might need to be
charity.
Yeah, in that
setup
as that.
That's sense.
Interesting, though. Wow.
Thanks, Kirsty. Nice one.
Thanks.
Well, they've had a big update on their customer. That's the bit I was going to bring in, but we ran out of time. It's just their whole CRM. There's a video I've done on it. But yeah, there's a whole update CRM at the moment with opportunities, leads, contracts can be done in, and also you can, or one day you'll be able to do calls in there as well, but that doesn't seem to be working. Right, Amy, plug away.
What are we? 29th of April. What am I doing? Oh, I did a podcast last week on audit.
Yay.
With Accounting Web. Simon, go listen.
What time is it? It's not quite bedtime yet, so I'm all right.
I'll send you the link.
Can't wait.
On my LinkedIn. Yes, what am I doing? Oh, Accountex. Yes. Accountex. 2 days of fun. I'm staying the whole time.
Oh, you are? Because at one time you were only coming for the 1 day, weren't you?
No, I'm coming for 2. I'm staying overnight. Nice. I am fully embracing the experience and would love to see everyone there. So,
and who has Fox?
QuickBooks has the Fox.
QuickBooks has the Fox.
Party time. I mean, I don't know. Is it an invite list? I haven't heard anything else.
Oh, you've not. All right.
Have I not been invited? Oh no.
We'll circulate after this call.
Is it invite only?
You can only put one person on the invite, which is weird.
So I won't be at the Fox. Not been invited.
You will be.
But I will be at Accountex, and I will certainly be mooching around. So come say hi.
Yeah, definitely. And also, we're hoping to do a QuickBooks Labs while we're there. Cover the new announcements that they're surely going to make an Accountex, right? Simon, plug away.
What have I got to plug? Nothing. I'm going on holiday next week, so I won't be plugging anything for next week. And then I'll be at Accountex as well, but maybe only for 1 day.
Boo.
You only need 1 day at Accountex. You don't need to be there both days. 1
day of fun and 1 day of research.
Tell that to the people who were sat doing the podcasting that I've already booked in. Yeah. Like, I only need to be here 1 day. You can.
1 day's enough. When you've been doing it for nearly 20 years, 1 day's enough. But yeah,
I get it.
I will be there.
Nice.
What you got to plug? We better ask you.
Yeah.
You never asked me.
Now
I've got a webinar next week with Approval Max.
Nice.
So that'll be interesting. That'll be a good one. I tell you what, I do want to plug. I was on Therapy Accountants. I always get their name mixed up.
MTD Therapy, was it?
MTD Therapy.
Yeah.
Well, MTD Therapy is like their sub brand, isn't it? But Therapy Accountants there, and it's the One Click podcast. So go and have a listen for that one. It was me being interviewed for once. So yeah, it was very good. It's like I was on a Cool Friends episode. It was very good. So
nice.
Yeah, go and listen to that one. That was good fun. Good fun indeed. All right, I've got to drive home. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for this one. Thank you for everyone for keeping us honest in the chat as well. Remember to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Make sure you join us on the Patreon. Come and say hello at Accountex, like Amy and Simon were saying. And we'll be with you the same kind of time next month around this time. Well, no, in fact, I've just lied to you completely. We won't be. We're planning to do it all at Accountex and hopefully do it from there. So yeah, if we get the right contacts, get the right things, that's what we're going to do. So thank you all. See you next time, and we will have a good one. Cheers. Bye.